Whoa. All right. All right. My hands are up. Okay, I'm turning around. Oh, be patient, detective. You've caught me, all right? There's nowhere I can go. You can't blame me for wanting to get a bird's eye view of Paris, though, you know? Really, you should be thanking me on showing you such a unique view of the city. Well done, by the way. It's only taken you, what, 3 years to finally catch me? I knew you were going to do it eventually. Oh, wait. Before you call in your reinforcements, why don't we just talk a little bit? Yeah, just the two of us. We've never really had a one-on-one before. Oh, come on, detective. I'm unarmed. My hands are up in the air. Yeah, I still have the diamond on me. Okay. And, you could lower your weapon while you're at it. You've already got me dead to rights. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Say, why don't we commemorate this occasion, shall we? I think you have to put this in the files anyway. What time is it? So we can recall the time you finally caught me. What a lovely Tuesday at 9:37. You know, it's funny. I really thought I was going to get away with it this time. You had me surprised. Yeah, over the last few years, I really thought I had you all figured out, you know. I mean, the lady with the baguette, who knew you were going to dress up like that? You really outdid yourself this time. No, I think, I think I do have some regrets. Yeah, I should have probably given this up sooner. I think my eyes were a little too big for my stomach this time. Yeah, maybe just a little too greedy. I don't want to admit it. I didn't even have a buyer ready for this one, to be honest. I was just going to wing it at the next auction. If only I'd retired last week. And you, any regrets? That you didn't catch me sooner? Ah, it must be because of the good conversation. Yeah, go ahead. Why what? Why do I steal from ridiculously wealthy people? Why does anyone do anything, I guess? Because I'm good at it. Or at least I was good at it. And it gives me a thrill. Just like I assume you chase criminals because justice gives you a thrill or something, right? Oh, detective. I'm sure it isn't just a job. You chose this line of work for a reason, right? Yeah, something like that, I guess. Oh, no, not now. You don't have to wreck our lovely conversation with reinforcements. Come on. We can keep talking. I'm just one little woman after all. How much damage can I do? I'm not a brawler by any means. In fact, Huh? Stalling? I'm not stalling. What would I need to stall for? No one's coming to save me. You know I work alone. Have I made you paranoid? I'm so sorry. Listen, can I put my hands down? My arms are getting a little tired, and I want to... Whoa, okay. I'm not gonna put them into my jacket. I'm not. I was just gonna put them by my side. If you're that worried, why don't you pat me down? Yeah, go ahead. You can take the diamond while you're snooping around for a weapon or whatever. You're so hesitant. I won't bite. Well, Detective, that's quite familiar of you. My thigh. You think I'd hide a diamond that big in my stockings? Aren't you supposed to be using the back of your hand for this anyway? Fair enough. I wouldn't take any chances with me either. Why don't you try the other pocket? There she is. Isn't she brilliant? You expected it to be shinier. Maybe you've seen too many movies, Detective. This one is flawless. Well, are you satisfied now? No tricks, no weapons, just you and me on top of a very tall building, and not a whole lot of trouble that I can get into, right? Oh, you keep going for your phone, and you haven't even answered a question from me yet. Of course, I have questions for you. Like, did you ever find that little surprise I left for you back in England? Oh, you did? You have all of my letters? Oh, that makes me feel so happy. Did you ever read any of them? Did you even open them? Or did you send them straight to forensics? Oh, you never sent them to forensics. Well, isn't that interesting? I just think it's interesting because here you have all this evidence from the woman you've been trying to catch over the last few years, and you didn't seem to think it would be a good idea to shoot them to the lab for fingerprints or something like that? Well, I think if you had opened them, you would have been pleasantly surprised. The perfume. I love that you noticed. It's called the Alluring Dusk. It's been discontinued, unfortunately, but I can still find some here or there. You look a little disappointed now, Detective. Yeah, you do. Maybe you don't want to catch me. Really? I don't think you want to capture me, at least not like this. Think about it. You have in possession multiple letters from a world-renowned thief, and you're just keeping them all to yourself? You know what I think? I think maybe you like the chase. Two things can be true. I might. But only if you're the one doing the chasing. I love your smile, Detective. I love seeing that dimple in your cheek. You've only stopped grinning when you had to pat me down, which is something I thought you might enjoy, so I was a little surprised. Are you sure that's why? Smiling because this is the first time you caught me? Or is it just because you know it's not going to be the last time? It certainly doesn't have to be the last time. You could just let me go. You do have the diamond after all. No harm, no foul, right? Can't blame me for trying. Oh, detective, my crimes are victimless. Do you really consider the Countess a victim here? Surely she has enough, right? Hey, where do you keep my letters? Which pocket? Close to your heart? Or maybe somewhere lower? Hmm? I'm not looking for anything, just checking the traffic below. Yeah, it's looking a little congested. Listen, detective, I really want to do this again sometime. Again. Being able to actually talk with you when I'm not in disguise or something. Oh, I know it's a pretty steep drop. I'm all right. I'm just going to take one more step back, okay? It's just about 10 o'clock now, right? Oh, I appreciate your concern, detective, but I'm going to be fine. You'd be surprised what my coat can do. And, you should check your back pocket for the next letter. I may have slipped it in there while you were patting me down. You've really got to be more aware of where my hands go, darling. You can keep the diamond. There's plenty of other shiny things in this city anyway. You know I love Paris, but next time we should probably meet somewhere a little spicy. No need for the weapon. My arms are already up. I appreciate your trigger control, though. Oh, I'm just covering my ears because of the distraction. That distraction. Don't worry, detective. No one's gonna be hurt. But the Countess might need a new fountain. See you again. Don't move. Oh, detective. You came all the way to Mexico City. Just for little old me? Let's not be too hasty, shall we? This is a pretty busy street, and lots of bystanders are around. Wouldn't want to cause a scene. I wouldn't be so sure about that. You wouldn't want to push me into a corner to see what I'm capable of, if you know what I mean. There would be a huge scandal if the news caught wind of this, and your department would have to answer so many questions. Yeah, I mean, international jurisdiction is complicated. They'd have to reveal some numbers about my recent heists. All that press could be so messy. But detective, maybe you do need me at your back. Who else would be able to take care of your little cowlick? I love that you just let me fix your hair like that. No flinching or anything. It's that sort of familiar intimacy that long-term lovers have. And, hopefully, that's what everyone around us will think as I reach my hands around you for this hug. Yeah, and to search your pockets for anything dangerous, of course. You remember. That's so sweet. But don't you think it'll look strange if I use the back of my hand for this? All these civilians won't think that we're lovers. Oh, I'll be taking this. Don't whine, darling. I might give it back to you if you're good. And besides, this is pretty tame compared to what you did to me in Paris, isn't it? You don't have to apologize. You were just doing your job. Ooh, handcuffs. How fun. I'll save these for later. Oh, and you must be looking around for your partner. I don't think they'll be coming to save you anytime soon. They may be chasing another woman with a purple hat. I've seen about 5 or 6 of them today. Isn't that unbelievable? Besides, we wouldn't want them to interrupt our date. Yes, we are now on a date. It's rare when our schedules align like this. Walk with me. I want a churro. Try not to be so stilted, Detective. People will be suspicious if we don't look like a perfectly normal couple, you know. And I want to get to the end of this street as safely as possible. I must be thinking about my safety. Because you never know. You might have some of your people on the nearby rooftops, surveilling the area, just itching to take me down. That wasn't convincing at all, Detective. You're so cute. Good to know that no one's watching from the rooftops. I kinda rely on your department being so stingy with their resources. It makes it a lot easier for me to escape, or to plan for us to have a little rendezvous, like today. So, what did you want to ask me, Or was that message you put out on the black net just a way to lure me into the open? 'Cause you should know me better than that. No, I'm not looking around for your partner. I assume they'll be busy enough. I'm just being extra aware of my surroundings is all. Sure, ask me anything. Oh, no, Detective. Not everything I said last time was meant to distract you. I meant it when I said I didn't have a buyer for the diamond. And, I was thinking about retiring. Then what would I do? It's not like I have a family or someone to go home to. What about you? Do you have a missus somewhere that patiently awaits your return every time you come to chase me? Oh, I see. Kind of hard to find a date when you're... Yeah, following me. I'm sorry about that. But not too much. I'll have to make it up to you somehow. I'm glad. I'm glad you don't have anyone else on your dance card. Now I can flirt with you without any guilt. Are you blushing? Detective, you're so adorable. Do you have a soft spot for me? Or maybe you have a... Huh? Oh, shoot. No, come here. Face me. Yeah, so I can pretend to fix your shirt collar. There we go. Do you see those 2 big fellas back there? One's in a striped shirt. Yeah, they've been following us for a little while. Oh, I might have something that they want. I know. Anyway, are they still walking in our direction? Ah, shit. Okay, your collar is fine. Let's keep walking. You think your organization are the only people mad at me? That's rich. Those guys are the repercussions of a poorly made business decision a few years ago. Their boss won't take no for an answer. Witness protection? You do that for me? Don't joke, detective. I suppose it's an option, but... Listen, I don't want to get you involved. My life is a little complicated. Just play along with me. I'm not sure what they'd do to you if they found out that you were, yeah. If you're one of those... You're not carrying any of your credentials on you, right? No badge or anything? Ugh, of course you are. You've got to start leaving that at home, detective. Badges are such a mood killer. They're getting closer. Okay, here, hold me. Yeah, hold me against the wall, like we're newlyweds or something. Make it convincing. Make the act convincing, detective. Lean in close like you're gonna whisper something to me. Yeah. There. Now I can see over your shoulder. I can feel your heartbeat, detective. Is it the imminent danger, or just our proximity? Oh, they're looking this way. Shit. We should, Oh. They turned around. Great, we're in the clear, I guess. Nothing, I didn't expect that from you. Yeah, I suppose I did say to make it convincing. That was quite convincing. You don't have to apologize. Come on, let's keep going. We're nearly to the end of the street anyway. You're pretty good at that, detective. Are you sure you're single? There's that blush again. Look at the shop. Over there in the corner. The one with the window. Yeah, let's look at it. We can use the reflection to see if those guys are still there. Oh, those look good. Those rolls. The bread. I appreciate the offer to buy me some, but we're kind of in the middle of something. And, you might need your wallet if you want to buy me anything anyway. Here. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Force of habit. Oh. Talented fingers and all that. So, was the witness protection why you wanted to talk to me? No? Interesting. So what else could it have been? Oh, hold on. Yeah, they just passed us. It'll be easier to keep an eye on them if we're tailing. Let's go. You can hold my hand. Interlacing your fingers and everything, huh? Oh, that's a sweet sentiment. Are you worried about little old me? I can take care of myself, you know. I know you could, but I don't know if I want to leave this life just yet and be a waitress in the middle of nowhere. I doubt being in a protection program allows me to travel as much as I do now, right? Sorry, I didn't think that you were serious. I don't really know. I haven't really considered an endgame to this life. I thought there was one of two ways it could go. I guess maybe I'd wanna... Oh, I saw that. The casual scuff you placed on the lamppost? Are you leaving breadcrumbs for your partner? What a clever boy you are. Don't play dumb. I saw you. And I will say that I'm a little hurt. Did you think that I was abducting you or something? I'd never do that. I don't want that on my rap sheet. All I want on there is grand larceny and destruction of a particularly ugly fountain. Was she? I'd be mad too. Do you know what else I would be charged with? I'm really curious. Oh, wow, that's more than I thought. So interesting. Am I the most decorated case that you work on? Do you even have any other cases? Really? I'll take that as a compliment. Does it frustrate you that I'm your only open case? I've seen the other criminals you bring down in the news. I hate being the one that ruins such a perfect record. Vexing. What a good word. Look, those guys are going down the other street. We should be fine now. I guess I'll let go of your hand. Does what bother me? No, I'm not jealous that you have other cases, but I'd prefer it if you spent all of your time on me. I mean, I'm your favorite, right? Yes, the benefit of being the only assignment that involves international travel. If it makes you feel any better, you're the only one I'd ever let catch me. Would you visit me if I was in prison? What do you mean by that? What do you mean I wouldn't necessarily go to prison? What does that mean? Well, oh, sorry, I didn't see the dip in the road. Thank you for catching me. It's kind of you to think that maybe one day I could leave this life, but I know that I'm in a bit too deep. It's a nice dream, though. Retirement. Maybe you and me could meet somewhere in the middle of nowhere. A cozy little cabin and a fireplace. And there's the end of the street. You've yet to tell me why you reached out to me in the first place, you know. You don't want to? Aw, come on. You didn't make this trip all the way out here for nothing. Your government wants me to what? I think that's... Is this a setup? Are you pulling my leg? And just who do they want me to steal from? You're joking. There's no way I could get into that mansion. No one's stealing from Oni. It's a fortress. They'd forgive everything I've done? Is that even possible? I don't know if I'm not sure, Detective. It's too good to be true. Well, I'd need assurances. And listen, don't do that, okay? Don't get my hopes up. You make it sound like I can just pack it up for one last job and... Listen, my ride's over there. No, he's not my boyfriend. I just hired someone with a motorcycle to come pick me up. You know, I never got my churro, darling. You'll have to make it up to me later. Oh, look back there. I think I see your partner. Yeah, all the way at the start of the street, poor thing. Better go help them before they get lost. I'll think about what you said. No more crime until I get in touch with you. That sounds unfair. But, maybe something I can do. See you later, detective. Welcome home. Oh, sorry. Maybe I should have been waiting in the chair over there instead of behind the door. My, you're pretty jumpy. It's just me, your favorite open case. It's been a while, but I'm glad to see you received my message. Nowhere Canada is a lovely place this time of year, isn't it? I know you've been here for a few days. I just had to make sure that you had left your partner back at headquarters and you were alone. You can lower your weapon. You should know by now that I'm not going to harm you. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the offer you made back in Mexico. Does it still stand? Does your organization need someone to procure something from Oni? I think it's okay for us to speak here. I'm not worried about us being interrupted. Well, did you bug this place, detective? I've been using this as a hideaway for years. Should I be worried about a hidden camera somewhere? Then we won't have any sudden company, right? Good. I haven't made a clear decision, to be honest with you. It all sounds a little too good to be true. What sort of guarantees would I have that you wouldn't double-cross me or something? Well, not you, but your government. And do you have that official documentation with you? Well, that's not very promising now, is it? So what is it that you need me to steal, anyway? Is it tech? I don't do tech very well. I know a lot more about stones. I know you know. All right, then, give me the info you have. I can take a look at it. A thumb drive? Really? You think I'm going to take a thumb drive from you and put it into any of my tech? Thank you. I do appreciate a good old-fashioned manila folder. You did tell them I wouldn't take that thing, right? And they didn't listen. I hate being ignored like that. It seems a little easier than I expected. It's kind of nice having someone else do all the groundwork for me like this. What a luxury. Huh? Why? Why don't you want me to do this? Don't you want to see me live out a normal life and get away from all this crime? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm very well aware that the Oni is a kill-on-sight type of gang leader. That wasn't new to me. I actually took that into consideration before meeting you here today, but I'm also slipping a little. I can't be running across rooftops forever. Especially if you're not there to chase me. Well, I don't know. You could be removed from my case eventually, right? That's what happened to the last detective that was assigned to me. Your organization is going to start saying that 3 years is too long not to have caught me, so they might as well assign someone else. What's that? That's bold of you to suggest. What would your superior officers say about that? Offering to hide me from the authorities. They'd start to think that you're sweet on me or something. Maybe I should tell them about your little suggestion. A threat? Me? What is this little dance that we're doing, Detective? You step into my space and I take a step back. Are you trying to pin me against the wall? Are you sure they wouldn't believe me? What if I've been recording you this whole time? Well, you never patted me down to check. I could be carrying all sorts of things on my person. And now I have nowhere to go. So what's next? I knew you liked me. Right after that heist in Brazil, my very first one. My face? My lipstick must be smudged. Thank you. Maybe I should use the restroom. What? What do you mean, don't go anywhere? Do you think I'm going to sneak out the window or something? You know me too well. It did cross my mind. But I think the snow is coming down a bit too hard outside. And I should, well, we should. Maybe talk a little more. About the heist, yeah, and, what could happen afterwards. Hi, it's Clover, and I am so sorry that it's been 2 weeks since I've posted. I mentioned this over on my Patreon, but and on my community tab, but it's been a bit of a wacky, wild couple of weeks with my work, and so every time I say this, things just kind of ramp up again, but hopefully it's settled now, and they've kind of taken care of stuff, which means that I can do what I love, which is coming back and producing all this fun content for you. I wrote the Thief and Detective series back in January or February when I started the channel, and so I wanted to redo them because one of the mixes wasn't great, and I wanted to kind of clean up the scripts a little bit, and I always had in mind for them a narratively driven extension to their romance, which is over on the Patreon, and I just kind of wanted to make sure that they got that. So happy to kind of finish that up here. A huge thank you to Andy, oh my, and Ozzy for their super chats, super thanks, which were, oh my stars, like 2 weeks ago. I hate that it took so long. Ozzy had a request, and he wrote, "Hey you guys, Clover's got a Twitch. It's CloverSaysHi. Consider following if you think she's worth the support, even if you ain't got time for streams. A simple follow to help support her. She's only at 23 followers last time I checked on July 9th, 12 a.m. I'd say she's worth supporting." Thank you so much, Ozzy. I appreciate you thinking that, and I hate that it took me so long to get all of this work up. But we are back at it. And I am excited to get some more stuff out. I have about 4 or 5 recorded, and I have a couple of scripts that need to get approved, and then we're gonna go ham as much as we can until August. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Oh, I forgot to mention, in the first couple of times that I did the Detective Thief series, at the end of the videos I would leave like a little Easter egg. I didn't put those in this one this time, but it was fun because a couple of you guys were able to figure out the next location based off of the Easter egg. But I'm not sure if I'm going to continue the Detective Thief story at this moment. I left it a little open. We'll see. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you to my YouTube members and the patrons and just everyone who's been very supportive and patient with me during these hectic 2 weeks. But let's get back at it. Okay, bye.